This is an iPod. Now, I'm willing to wager that you haven't seen or heard of one of these in a while. You know, it's such an outdated concept that Apple doesn't even make them anymore. But, you know, it's depending on how old you are, you may have had an experience with one. You might have owned one. Your parents might have owned one. You know, I don't know. Point is, a lot of people don't really find any use in them anymore. They're kind of trash. So trash, in fact, that I found this one in the trash. I'm a loser. So I'm going to take a crack at restoring this because I was going to restore it anyway. I have a problem and just use it, but I thought, you know, might as well film it, you know, put it up on the Blueprint website, you know, see what happens. I have a package with a bunch of stuff here. I have a new tool. I already have one, but you know, it's nice to have another. A new screen. This is the main one because, you know, that screen is definitely completely cooked. I have some new parts that will make it look like the special U2 edition. Put a photo of that up on screen right now. Nice. Got a new front plate here as well. And transition. So you're probably wondering how I'm gonna open this, because it's completely like airtight. You know, you see this seal here, this seam. You know, Apple's very good about, you know, making their products hard to open. That's where this comes in. We just take it and we slide it along the seam here, and we flick down, and there's these clips here, if you can see that, and it just comes right open, yeah, like that. I've already opened this before, you know, to get a good scope of how bad it was. There we go. Kelsey's iPod. So after it's been opened, you're gonna see a couple things. So this right here is the battery. It's completely cooked. I mean, not completely. I plugged it in and it does work, but not for very long. And this is the mechanical hard drive, which is also completely busted. Because yes, these things use mechanical spinning discs. Now first you're gonna wanna disconnect that, flip it up like that, pops right out. Normally I'd be careful with this, but since it's completely dead, I can be as rough as I want with it. Next, what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to disconnect the headphone assembly right here. You see this? That's the headphone jack, that's the hold switch. So this whole thing is gonna come off and we're gonna replace it. I have the new assembly right here. It's black. It's got the members of U2 on it because, I don't know, I'm a nerd. So we take that, flip that open, and that comes out. Goodbye, Kelsey. We do not need you anymore. So now that we've removed the back plate, you can see that we have the motherboard here with the connector for the storage, and we have the broken screen. So next what we're going to want to do is we have to remove the plastic, this plastic part, from the metal like brace, I guess. I don't know what you call it. It's like a metal brace thing. So there's 6 screws along the side here. You just undo those, make sure you put them in a safe place. And the last one, there we go. So now we can gently pry this out of here. Get the metal stuff out. Come on. Yeah, one thing Apple likes to do is they like to put adhesive on literally everything. Love you, Apple. You're so nice. So nice. You're always looking out for us. So now that we have the old front plate off, you can see it's actually completely fine. I think I might have wasted my money on this new one. Anyway, now we're just stripping the iPod down to bare bones. We have the center button right here, all scratched up. And then we have the click wheel, which is the center navigation thing. I'm sure you're able to figure that out. You're not an idiot. So now what we want to do is we want to remove this click wheel because we're going to be replacing it with this lovely red one. And we also need to remove the broken screen. So, where is my tool? Where is it? Where did I throw it? Where did it go? Ah, here it is. I found it. So we just lift that up again. Very simple. Screen pops out. Now these ribbon cables are very delicate. This screen's broken, so I don't have to be super gentle with it. But you always want to be pretty careful, because if this ribbon cable breaks, it's going to set you back a lot. These things are irreparable once you break them. Let's get that click wheel now. So this one's kind of lodged in there. You have to, there you go. We have to pry the board out. That's a weird noise. I don't like that. Okay, all right, we're out. She's out. So now we just take this grounding strip. This grounding strip is very important, because if you don't tie that down, it's not going to work properly. So I have to keep that in mind when I'm putting the new one on. I got more apple glue. Look at all that. You see that yellow stuff? Let me focus. Let me focus in. You see all that yellow stuff right there? That's adhesive. That's apple adhesive. More adhesive over here. Ugh. And there we go. Our click wheel has been removed, leaving us with just the board and the frame. We are going to be replacing everything else. Ship of Theseus stuff, I know. It's great. So now that we have our board and chassis like this, all stripped down, we can start reassembling it. So I'm going to take the click wheel first and the new center button. Just rip that open. It's not a good idea. Gotta be very careful with this stuff. And I'm going to see if I can keep this on camera. So you take that, you insert it back in, you press down to make sure that it sticks, and then we press that down there so it's all nice and secure. And we fold it down this way, like so. This part right here is going to be grounded when we put the new faceplate on. So I'm going to leave that for now. And the new center button is going to go in here, but not now because it has a tendency to flail around. Just get that nice and folded right there. Oh, gotta remove this sticker. God damn it. Okay, so the sticker gets to stay because I'm not gonna deal with that. I just hope it doesn't interfere too much. But as I was saying, we just have to push that down there like that. Make sure it's all nice and aligned. And we can move on to installing the new screen. So I have our new screen here, and I'm gonna polish this real quick. Just gonna wipe it down, because when you're installing something with a screen, when you're installing a new screen, you wanna make sure it's absolutely spotless. Because if there's even a tiny little speck of dust on this, it is gonna show, and it is going to be so hard to, you know, like go back and like disassemble and reassemble everything. It's just not fun. So you wanna make sure that this thing is as clean as possible when you install it. I'll be right back. All right, the screen's all nice and shiny. Now we're going to take it and move it in like this. You want to move it in diagonally so that this part gets in like that. Wait, hang on. Am I doing this wrong? No, I'm doing it right. Doing it right. I know what I'm doing. I'm a professional, trust me. Okay, so now that we have the screen in, I'm going to very gently insert the ribbon cable into the connector like so, and close it all up. 1 second, let me. Where's my tool? I want to make sure it's actually in there. I want to make sure it's actually in there because, again, one bad connection and this whole thing doesn't work. So, oh, there's more fingerprints on the screen, damn it. All right, screen's clean again. Now I'm going to open up our new front plate. And we are going to start to reassemble this. So I just gotta, actually I'll leave that on. I'll do like a thing at the end. That'll be cool. What I need to do now is I need to get this out of here. How do I do that? Okay, there we go. I swear I've done this before. Yeah, there we go. So we take this and we remove it. If you're wondering why this is here, this felt stuff, this is so that it doesn't strain on the circuitry too much. So now we need to take this center button, we need to plop it in there. I don't know if you can see that, but there's these little grooves here that you line it up with. Hard to do on camera, but there we go. God damn! Okay, so I've secured the center button with a piece of this double-sided tape, which I realized I'm actually gonna need later, so I'm just gonna throw that off to the side. And we have our click wheel nice and ready. And now I'm gonna clean the screen one last time because I got more fingerprints on it. Okay, it's clean for the last time, all right? Just gonna make, oh, there's more fingerprints here. Okay, everything is as spotless as I can get it. Let's actually assemble this thing. It's a very delicate dance between these parts. Make sure everything fits nice and snug. Because again, when you're doing tech stuff like this, it's very important that everything fits exactly right. You don't want anything even a millimeter out of place. You want everything to fit perfectly. And I'm going to make this fit perfectly by reinstalling the screws. All right, all the screws are in on both sides. Everything's nice. This is going way better than the last time I did this. Anyway, let's move some of this stuff out of the way as we go on to the back plate and the issue of the hard drive is dead. How the hell am I going to get storage onto this thing? How am I going to store my music and videos and all the stuff that I'm going to use this iPod for? Well, the iPod community is dedicated enough that they make adapters for the hard drive with the same connector that take SD cards. Now I have a 128 gigabyte. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, there we go. 128 gigs in this adapter here. And I put it in this adapter here, and it has a second slot that I'm going to keep empty in case I ever want to expand the storage. And it's the only one I had lying around, and they go out of stock like crazy. But I'm going to put this in here and give it the capability of flash storage, which has a lot of benefits over the hard drive. For one, faster load times. And another thing is it's going to be a lot more durable because, again, no moving parts. So flash is the way to go here. It's just better. It's better. We're bringing this thing into the modern age. So we just put it in here like that. See, it's designed to perfectly fit in here. We get that nice and snug. And we just close it. But we're going to flip this down for now because we have to move on to the back plate too. Here's our U2 special edition back plate that I ordered, extra thick, and I'm going to show you why I got the extra thick one. I had the headphone jack pre-installed because I really don't like installing these because you can see these screws here are at really weird angles, and I just don't want to deal with that. So I got it pre-installed. It's a nice option that they have that you can do that. But yeah, this thing is gonna look sleek as all hell with this black back plate and black front plate and all that. The U2 iPods look really nice. I wish they did more like different colored special editions and stuff when they were still making them. Now, I mentioned the battery being completely cooked. And you can see, hang on. Why did I throw it? What was the point of throwing it? If we go back to Kelsey's back plate, we can see that the battery in here, it's installed usually up here, but I mentioned that the battery was completely cooked, so I probably ordered a new battery, right? And I did, but it's a little bigger than normal, just a little bit. So this thing is 3,000 milliamp hours, and if you don't know what that means, don't worry, because I've used another iPod with the 3,000 milliamp hour battery, and I could go 2 months sometimes without charging it. This thing is gonna last forever. It's just gonna last forever. So let me undo this battery connector again, because I'm pretty sure I closed it on accident when I was... I like to use a toothpick on these because metal on plastic, the metal usually overpowers it. Plastic on plastic is a lot of the same issue. But wood on plastic, you can usually get pretty easily. Come on. It's a process. But it's necessary because you really don't want to break this. It's very fragile. There we go, 2 suns in the sunset. Let's throw that in there. Just like that. Let's press it, lightly press it, because batteries, they're kind of explosive. And now we fold this like that. There we go, enough room. We flip this down. We put it, hang on, work with me please. Slide that. I said we slide that, there we go. We slide that in there. That's all nice and secure. That's nice and folded too. And now, all we gotta do is fold this and if I can get this in here, there we go. Very nice, we push it down with our trusty toothpick. And it's basically finished. But not actually, because I have to test it and make sure it works before I actually close it up. That's another thing that's very important. But look at this thing. Look at this thing, it already looks amazing. But I'm gonna be right back and plug this thing into the computer, make sure it works, format it, wipe it, redo it, all that. And then we're gonna have a clicking ceremony, because it makes a very satisfying click when you close it all up. Get out of here, Zoom cable. Does it work? Is it working? Yes. Yes. Oh, that's good. That's good. Yes. Yes, that's good. That's good. That's good. Okay, so let's just keep that on there. Okay, Windows, iTunes has detected an iPod in recovery mode. You must restore this iPod before it can be used with iTunes. Yes, we want that. Okay, yes, restore iPod. This is what we want right here. Yes, are you sure you want to restore the iPod to factory settings? All your media and other data will be erased. There's nothing on there anyway, so we should be fine. Restore and update. iPod 5th generation software, yada yada yada. Yeah, agree. Restoring iPod, yes! This is good. That do not disconnect is good. iPod cannot be restored. Shit. Yes, restore it. Restore iPod. Restore and update. Oh, I think it's working. Come on. Oh, this is taking forever. I just hope it works this time. I think it didn't work last time because I didn't format the SD card correctly. I need some water, hang on. iTunes is frozen. Oh, hang on. Oh, that's good. That's very, very good. Your iPod has been restored to factory settings and is restarting. Hell yeah. Look at that Apple logo. That's the old one with the gradient. Apple logo. Okay. Is it working? Hey, there we go. It works. Please show up in iTunes. I don't want to have to go through that again. What if I know it says do not disconnect, and I don't want to disconnect it because it just got reformatted, but disconnect, okay. Screen went brighter, way too bright. I don't know if you can even... Oh, there we go. There we go, it works. English. Hey, it works! It works. Alright, let me get this tape off of here. Let me get this... God damn it. Alright, I am going to spend a little time getting some music onto here And then we will do the christening ceremony, I guess.
It works.
All right, it works. Everything does what it should. Oh, that is actually, hang on. There we go. Everything works properly. And yeah, I'm just glad that it worked, because sometimes I've had projects like this just go like horribly wrong. So I'm gonna close this up. Just there we go. I got it. There we go. Nice crunch. Nice little crunch. And everything works. Everything works. The iPod works. It's nice and flush. Every single side. It's nice and black. Nice and sleek. Oh yeah. Yeah, beautiful. To protect this, I'm gonna put an acrylic case on it that I got from a Goodwill. Just to really, keep it nice and preserved and secure. That's another reason I went for the thick model, because it would actually fit in here. And now, everything works. Let's go to shuffle songs. And it works. Everything works great. So thank you for watching. And this was a lot of fun. I'm Lucas Penovic with The Blueprint. Rock on, or something. I don't know. What would Bono say? I don't know. Bye.